Good morning, student. Myself, Sri K. D. Borse sir, biology subject teacher. From 13th day, we learn biology syllabus content first chapter known as reproduction in lower and higher plants. So, from 13th day, each day, load a lecture in BioInfo, my YouTube channel. So I hope all these 13th लेक्चर आपण सगळ्यांनी नक्की बघितले असतील. त्या 13th लेक्चरमध्ये चॅप्टरचा 90% पार्ट पूर्ण केला आहे. आज आपण लास्ट लेक्चर मीन्स 14th लेक्चर बघणार आहोत. चॅप्टरमध्ये ज्या कॉम्प्लिकेटेड कन्सेप्ट आहेत त्या सॉल्व करण्यासाठी मी विविध ग्राफिक्स, फोटो, डायग्राम्स, पिक्चर्स, व्हिडिओ यांची मदत घेतली आहे. कन्सेप्ट क्लिअर करण्याचा पूर्ण प्रयत्न केला आहे. जर का चॅप्टरच्या सर्वच कन्सेप्ट आपल्या क्लिअर होत असतील तर लेक्चर व्हिडिओ मित्रांना शेअर करा, लाईक करा, सबस्क्राईब करा. So let us start last lecture. Before that, do these three things. Hello student, hope you are fine. Myself Sri K. D. Borse sir, biology subject teacher. In last lecture, we will discuss in reproduction in lower and higher plant. Chapter contain concept, development of seed, development of fruit, significance of seed and fruit, and seed dormancy. Now today we are going to study some more concept: apomixis, parthenocarpy and polyembryony. Let us first concept start. Apomixis. What is apomixis? A process of formation of embryo through asexual method of reproduction without formation gametes and fertilization. Such process called as apomixis. So here the embryo is formed without formation of gametes and fertilization. So this type of process are also called as asexual method of reproduction. Simply, what is apomixis? Formation of embryo without formation of gametes and without fusion of gametes. So alternately, apomixis, unusual sexual reproduction without meiosis process and without syngamy process. Embryo develop in the ovule and ovule develop to form seed. So simply, apomixis is sexual life cycle is short circuited. Why in apomixis developed plant are identical to parent plant? Because produced plant by process of apomixis is without formation of gametes and without fertilization. So simply produce new plant by process of asexual method. So it is genetically identical to their parent cell. In apomixis include two terms. A gametophyte cell produce embryo without fertilization called as apogamy. You know, gametophyte, male gametophyte, female gametophyte. Female gametophyte contain egg apparatus, antipodal cells and diploid secondary nucleus. So egg apparatus is directly produce embryo. Here seen diagrammatic representation. Here seen ovule structure contain nucellus. Inside the nucellus, MMC megaspore mother cell and other cells are diploid cells undergoes meiosis to form 4 haploid megaspores. Out of 4, 3 degenerate, 1 functional undergoes 3-time mitosis to produce embryo sac or female gametophyte contain egg apparatus, antipodal cells and 2 polar nuclei fused to form diploid secondary nucleus. So egg cell is haploid, is from egg cell is directly produce embryo, or also antipodal cells are directly convert into embryo. So such process called as apogamy, apomixis. Second, a diploid sporophyte cell produce a diploid gametophyte without meiosis called as apospory. So we will see here also diagrammatic representation seen. This is the ovule contain nucellus, contain megaspore mother cell or other diploid cells, undergoes process mitosis to produce embryo sac. So each cell of the embryo sac becomes diploid because it produced by process of mitosis from diploid cells. So each cell of the embryo sac is also diploid. So egg is also diploid, antipodal cells are also diploid. So diploid egg undergoes some developmental stages to form direct embryo. So such process called as apospory. Apospory, apomixis type seen in orange mango plant. So here discuss apogamy and apospory. 2 terms are included in apomixis. Now main categories of apomixis. Main category are number 1 first recurrent apomixis, second non-recurrent apomixis, and third adventive embryony. So all these 3 are main categories of apomixis. We will discuss one by one. First one is recurrent apomixis. What is recurrent apomixis? Embryo sac develop from any diploid cell by without meiosis. So developed embryo sac is diploid because it developed by process of meiosis. Seen here, ovule contain nucellus, contain diploid cells, MMC or other undergoes mitosis to form embryo sac. So embryo sac cells are also diploid because it formed by process of mitosis from diploid cells. So embryo sac is diploid. Now In recurrent apomixis contain two terms, diplospory and apospory. What is difference between diplospory and apospory? In diplospory, embryo sac develop from MMC. So here in the nucellus contain MMC undergoes mitosis to form embryo sac. Such process called as diplospory. Second one is apospory. Embryo sac develop from other than the MMC. So nucellus contain other than MMC diploid cells undergoes mitosis to form embryo sac. Such process called as apospory. Now, so diploid endosperm, so diploid embryo sac contain diploid cells, contain diploid egg is produce embryo. So embryo is developed from diploid egg cell, is seen in recurrent apomixis. You always remember here diplospory and apospory are the two terms included in recurrent apomixis category. Now the second one is non-recurrent apomixis. Embryo develop from any haploid cell of the embryo sac, called as non-recurrent apomixis. Seen here diagrammatic representation. This is ovule contain nucellus. You know nucellus contain MMC or other diploid cells, undergoes meiosis to form 4 megaspore. Out of 4 megaspore, 3 becomes degenerate and 1 functional. So haploid functional megaspore undergoes 3 times mitosis to form embryo sac. Inside the embryo sac contain each cell is haploid. You know egg apparatus, all these 3 cells are haploid egg as well as synergids. Antipodals are also haploid. Before fusion, polar cells are also haploid. At the time of fusion, both fuse to form diploid secondary nucleus. Now in this category include 2 terms, haploid parthenogenesis and haploid apogamy. What is haploid parthenogenesis? Embryo develop from haploid egg cells. So here egg apparatus contain egg cell is a haploid cell, undergoes some developmental stages to form embryo. So such process called as haploid parthenogenesis, because the haploid egg is directly converted into embryo without fertilization, process called as parthenogenesis, and embryo is developed from haploid egg, so it is called as haploid parthenogenesis. Second one is haploid apogamy. Here antipodal cells and synergids are haploid cells. So these antipodal cells and synergids undergoes development to form embryo. Such process called as haploid apogamy. So haploid parthenogenesis and haploid apogamy are 2 terms included in non-recurrent apomixis. So in non-recurrent apomixis, produce new plant is generally sterile because it has haploid nature and not have fertility and productivity ability, and such type of asexual reproduction seen in Nicotiana plant show non-recurrent apomixis type. Here we will see what is non-recurrent apomixis, and it's include different terms. Now the third one is adventive embryony. Embryo sac directly developed from somatic nucellus or integuments. So here embryo sac is not produced because embryo is directly developed from somatic nucellus or integuments. Here seen diagrammatic representation. This is ovule contain nucellus, contain somatic nucellus cells under somatic nucellus cell, and these are the integument, contain also diploid cells. So somatic diploid cells undergoes somatic mitosis to form embryo. So here not formation of embryo sac. Also integument diploid cell undergoes somatic mitosis to form embryo. So embryo is directly developed from somatic nucellus or integument. So in adventive embryony, so in this process embryo sac is not produced, even produce normal zygotic embryo. Adventive embryony is common in mango, orange, lemon. Adventive embryony give rise to a condition called as polyembryony. Here we will see all the three categories of apomixis: recurrent apomixis, non-recurrent apomixis, and adventive embryony. Here seen comparatively point: embryo sac developed from any diploid cell by without meiosis in recurrent apomixis. In non-recurrent apomixis, embryo developed from any haploid cell of the embryo sac. In adventive embryony, embryos directly develop from somatic nucellus or integuments. So all these are the point here: comparative study, recurrent apomixis, non-recurrent apomixis, and adventive embryony. The next concept is parthenocarpy. We will discuss in detail. What is parthenocarpy? It is the condition in which fruit is developed without the process of fertilization. Such process called as parthenocarpy. You know that without fertilization developed fruit called as parthenocarpy. The parthenocarpy term first coined by Knoll 1902. Here one question create: who coined the parthenocarpy term? Scientist name Knoll coined parthenocarpy. Parthenocarpy naturally occurs in some varieties of pineapple, banana, papaya. So all these three varieties of the plant, pineapple, banana, papaya, are show parthenocarpic fruits. In this plant, seen placental tissue in unfertilized ovary produce one of the hormone known as auxin. Its type indole 3-acetic acid, that is in short IAA, which is responsible for enlargement of ovary into fruit. So this hormone is stimulate to the ovary and ovary is converted into fruit due to parthenocarpy. Develop fruit resemble as normal fruit, but it is seedless fruit. Parthenocarpy fruit is also called as seedless fruit. Why it is also called as seedless fruit? Because it develops without fertilization. Now we will discuss next term, polyembryony. What is polyembryony? Development of many embryos inside the seed, such condition called as polyembryony. So polyembryony noticed first time by one of the scientists known as Leeuwenhoek, 1719. Here one of the question created, who discovered or first time noticed polyembryony condition? Leeuwenhoek. Leeuwenhoek noticed first time polyembryony in the seed of citrus genus. Polyembryony may be two types, true polyembryony or false polyembryony. What is true polyembryony? Many embryos arises in the same embryo sac, such condition called as true polyembryony. Here diagrammatic representation show a single embryo sac contain many growing proembryos. So single embryo sac arises many embryos, such condition called as true polyembryony. Many embryos arises in the different embryo sacs, such condition called as false polyembryony. So we will here detail difference between true and false polyembryony. Simply true polyembryony means many embryo arises in same embryo sac. False means many embryo arises different embryo sac. So same embryo sac, different embryo sac. On the base, polyembryony may be true or false polyembryony. Types of polyembryony. Number one, adventive polyembryony, and second, cleavage polyembryony. See detail one by one or comparative study. Difference between adventive and cleavage polyembryony. Number one, adventive polyembryony. Many embryos develop directly from diploid cell of the nucellus and integument. Such condition or process called as adventive polyembryony. And adventive polyembryony is seen in citrus nucellar. Show adventive polyembryony here seen diagrammatic representation. This is the citrus nucellus, contain embryo sac, contain normal embryo, but these are the nucellar embryos. Seen many nucellar embryos seen from develop diploid nucellar cells. So this is the adventive polyembryony condition shown in citrus plant. Second one is cleavage polyembryony. Zygote pro-embryo sometime divide, cleaves into many parts or units. Each unit develop into an embryo. Such polyembryony called as cleavage polyembryony. Seen here diagrammatic representation, you know zygote proembryo. This is the zygote proembryo and this one is suspensor. When zygote proembryo cleaved or break into three parts, so here each one part is developed and new embryo seen. So zygote polyembryony sometime divide, cleaves into many parts or units. Each unit develop into an embryo. This is the cleavage type of polyembryony. Here difference between adventive and cleavage type of polyembryony. Many embryo develop directly from diploid cells of the nucellus. Here zygote proembryo sometime divide, cleave into many parts unit. Each unit develop into an embryo. So this is the differentiation between adventive and cleavage type of polyembryony. What are the significance of polyembryony? Discuss here. Number one, polyembryony increase the chances of survival of the new plants. Nucellar adventive polyembryony is of great significance in horticulture. You know, horticulture is one of the branch in which nucellar adventive polyembryony used to many number of productions. So it is great significance in horticulture branch. Nucellar embryos are supposed to be free from diseases. So production of free from diseases is also used. Nucellar embryos. Due to polyembryony, emergence of multiple seedlings. So this is also one of the significance of polyembryony. Adventive embryos is also important for providing genetically uniform seedlings in the fruit tree. So all about this, the significance of polyembryony. Here reproduction in lower and higher plant chapter content completed. Remind today's learn topics. We learn today what is apomixis, different between apogamy and apospory, different categories of apomixis, what is parthenocarpy, concept of polyembryony, adventive and cleavage type of polyembryony. On the basis of today's lecture, some exercise question noted here. Why apomixis developed plant are identical to parent plant? Because the developed plant by process of apomixis is without formation and fusion of gametes, so it is genetically identical to their parent. Name the hormone responsible for enlargement of the ovary into fruit. You know that auxin Indole 3 acetic acid is one of the hormone responsible for the enlargement of ovary into fruit. Who coined the term parthenocarpy? Knoll is one of the scientists coined the term parthenocarpy. Different between true and false polyembryony. What is true polyembryony? Many embryos give rise in a single embryo sac called as true polyembryony, and many embryos give rise in different embryo sac called as false polyembryony. What is apomixis? Formation of embryo without formation and fusion of gametes. Such process called as apomixis. Here one MCQ question noted. Which one of following fruit is parthenocarpic? Apple fruit, jackfruit, banana and brinjal. You know, banana is parthenocarpic fruit because it is seedless fruit. Sorry. The phenomenon where in the ovary develop into fruit without fertilization called as apomixis, parthenocarpy. Asexual reproduction, sexual reproduction. The correct answer is parthenocarpy, because in parthenocarpy fruit is developed without fertilization process. So correct answer is parthenocarpy. If you like the video, then you can subscribe my channel, tap the bell icon and like the video. If any doubt about today's lecture, you can mention in comment box. Thank you.